Hello everyone, this is Plague Doctor 13. Today we are going to be spectating a match between Khaos and Valor. Not really a match, more of a scrim, but looking at these two teams is looking to be an interesting matchup. Looking at Khaos, they finished 12th NA in Season 3, pretty high up on the scoreboard, looking like they hit up Hideout pretty often, Factory pretty often. A mix of new and old players on the team. On the roster in the game, it looks like I don't see any of their players, but we have Jihoon and Lazy who are new, along with a few others who have been here since Season 0 or Season 1. Looking at Valor, they have 3 rostered players and 2 tryouts today. The tryouts are Zerjov and Argonaut, and when looking at it, Zerjov has only played on a bronze team in VRML so far, so we'll see how his performance shakes out in this game, whereas Argonaut has been playing since Season 0. He's had experience ranging from bronze to master, so he seems to be a good contender for filling a spot on Valor. Let's see if his performance can hold up. Getting into it, it looks like Valor is actually starting on defense, and Khaos is going to be on offense. Sorry about that, folks. Getting into it, Valor is starting off with a roamer upstairs with Crimson going upstairs. We have one in laundry. Looking at the gadgets here, we have Spectrals coming out on both sides. Valor holding up 2 Incense, which we've been seeing in past scrims and matches. They've been using those as defensively rather than offensively, trying to block off the point, trying to hold it down. Whereas on Khaos, we have a drone coming out and 2 grenades, as well as a breaching foam, but no incense, no flashbangs. Crimson getting an early pickoff on Blue Slayer, who has EMP, which is now dropped in the middle. We have Alpha on the roof getting his drone shot down. It looks like we have Kyle trying to come through, dodging a nade that was dropped. Formulous Bungus takes on Kyle while he's in garage with a grenade, a well-placed grenade there. Looks like we're going through a garage and laundry push with one on front door. Valor playing this pretty cautious, having 3 players on point. Looks like Poopnook is going to be coming in the window trying to get some wall bangs off. Meanwhile, all of these Khaos players have met up in gym, throwing foam to each other. Walls in B and A getting blown. Bronze getting taken down. Looks like Poopnook is taking down Shino. They're pushing into point. Looks like a plant is coming through by Alpha. Crimson is alone right now, trying to get this 1v3. We'll see what Crimson tries to do here. Crimson's coming through. It doesn't manage to take out any of the players, and it looks like Khaos is going to take round 1. Some pretty good gameplay there. Poopnook getting on a 1 health. Looks like Poopnook and Khaos especially are taking some meta pushes here. Going through that garage, trying to go around, getting some good picks off, getting a good trade-off with the Valor players here. Looking to be a good matchup. A gold team against a master team, especially a master team who finished 3rd overall in NA. You don't expect a pistol round to go that way, typically. So we'll see how this matches up. Looking on the Valor side, looks like we have some Omens coming out and a Jesper save from Shino. Meanwhile, on the Khaos side, we're seeing a hero buy here with a Vezin on Poopnook, while the rest of them are still going with pistols. Still seeing no incense come out, but they definitely favor these fragmentation grenades. Looks like we're going for a standard B push here on Jim, as well as maybe a hatch push, which Valor is not guarding. Holding this storage room down here outside B. Drone coming through. And taken down very quickly by Valor, but they were able to see that Shark the Cat was in this room. Looks like we have a drone going around upstairs as well. Wall being blown into B. Looks like Kyle is trying to get some early shots off on a blind fire here. We do have one coming around through Wine Cellar here, trying to get through, but Shino is actually holding this point. We have the wall being blown here. Kyle going for an info peek here, getting good info peek off, but we seem to be at a bit of a standstill on our peaks right now. Kyle getting a hit off, not managing to get the kill. Argonaut getting a kill off on Poop Nuke here. The numbers here aren't looking good for Khaos. Getting another one down, Shark the Cat, but Bronze getting Shark the Cat through the wall. Bronze having that Vezin might tip the odds here. Looks like we're going for info peak still on Valor. Numbers may or may not be evened up here. Kyle getting some unfortunate bangs on that corner, not getting any hits off. Looks like they may be going for a rotate here to A. Blue Slayer with EMP. Alpha going around, maybe trying to push down the stairs. Looks like an A rotate is happening now. Pushing into A. We've got one chilling connector trying to catch them off guard, one going around flank. We'll see if Crimson is able to get this flank off. None of them are looking at it right now, so he could. Oh, Blue Slayer is coming around. Alpha is coming through Wine Cellar here. Crimson might get this off. Ah, Alpha picking off the flank. Kyle pushing in. Blue Slayer getting caught unawares by Kyle. We'll see if the defenders can get this defuse off. Valor has some pretty good numbers advantage here. Now it's just Alpha. They can start defuse, and Alpha will have to wallbang. Alpha getting a 2K off. Now Argonaut has to hold this down. Alpha getting the 3K to end the round. What a great clutch. Khaos up 2 on Hideout here. Looking at the stats, it looks like Khaos has played Hideout a lot more than Valor in Season 3. Khaos winning 5 of their 8 matches on Hideout, whereas Valor only played 2 and won none of them. So we'll see how this shapes up. Looks like we are going for maybe a hatch push here. Valor's eco seems to be a little rough right now, but they're going for 2 hero buys here. We've got a Vezin coming out and a Marui coming out on Shino and Argonaut. Meanwhile, Khaos is all kitted up. They have all of their util down. Going for an Incen, a mix of util here. We've got a Cloak coming out with 2 drones. Meanwhile, on Valor, we are saving. We only have a single Incen, and it looks like maybe 1 or 2 defensive gadgets. We've got trip mines, maybe a proximity on B, but that's about it. Let's see if Poopnu can get this off here. Might get caught unawares by Crimson. Crimson knows he's coming in. Goes for the quick peek. Picks up a very early gun. That's going to be very good for them. Getting first blood off as well. That numbers advantage right now, but Kyle might get caught unawares on Shower. Khaos players playing it pretty safe here on their peaks. Drone getting taken down, but there's a second drone. Argonaut getting a pick on Forbulus on the Shower window. Now they know that Shower window is clear. Get a nade in on A, but an unfortunate miss. Argonaut's pretty low now, though. He could get picked off. Looks like we have our Khaos players jumping into the building here, being very cautious with their push. Valor letting them come in, not holding these entrances too hard. We've seen in some past games, and especially the Scrim, that they like to do entrance denial. They don't like to let the other team in, but they're playing this relatively safe. It looks like on their eco, they know that they can take their time. They can wait until they get some weapons, getting some info peeks in on A. Looks like going for some wall bangs here to try to catch the players off guard. Stim being tossed and connector. Got that prox going off now. Alpha getting a good pick off on Kyle as he tries to peek him. A wall getting blasted open. Kyle might be safe here. Kyle having EMP. They may try a B rotate here. Valor going for a defensive Incen, not getting that off. Argonaut getting a kill off on Alpha. Blue Star going for a very ambitious push here. Might be pushing into B. Shark hiding behind bomb. Looks like he knows. Blue Slayer can take this not too slow. Looks like we're going to go for an A push. Blue Slayer getting a great pickoff on Shark. Shino getting some shots off on Blue Slayer. Blue Slayer might be going for a plant here. Shino knows he can wait. These Valor players know that they can wait. They don't have to push. They know that Blue has to plant this. Blue Slayer outplaying Argonaut and killing Shino with a great clutch. Khaos up 3-0 right now. Bit of an upset when it comes to the standings on these teams. Some great plays being had from Khaos here, and Valor seemingly needing to warm up a little bit, especially with these tryouts. Looking at the scoreboard here, it looks like Argonaut is leading the Valor side here, one of the tryouts. Meanwhile, on the Enforcer side, we've got a pretty even spread of kills here. Looks like they are really working on their teamwork. Looking like we're passing around the EMP a little bit. On this second floor push, last time they did a garage push into Laundry. Maybe they're going for the same thing again. The meta push worked for them last time. Looks like we might have a rotate going on. Blue Slayer and Alpha heading around towards Living Room might catch these Valor players off guard who are crouching in. Blue Slayer waiting by the window. Not opening this window up, not wanting to let the Valor players know they're there. The Valor players are on the right side. They happen to rotate at the same time. On the front door now. Getting a drone out. Crimson waiting upstairs, hoping for an upstairs push. Looks like we have some blind fires being had here. Crimson getting a great kickoff on Alpha. Crimson also getting bronze. Forbulus getting hit by a few shots, but managing to get Shark the Cat before he gets killed. Looks like some stims are coming at. Shino is trapped in this corner right now. He can't get back to point. Doesn't need to, though. Crimson still chilling upstairs, wanting to watch that hatch. Looks like we may not have some foam here. Blue Slayer having foam is stuck outside right now. Can't get in because of the one in Living Room. Poop Note getting a great shot off on Argonaut and seemingly pushing through straight to Garage. Garage can get through uncontested. Right now we're at 3v3, but Valor does have the health advantage here. B may be completely open here. We've got Kyle only in here. We may have a B rotate. Crimson's back downstairs now. Kyle hiding behind the bomb, biding his time, not going out too quickly. Got Shino coming through connector. Blue Slayer's going to have to get in there and plant in the next minute. Looks like Crimson is watching the stair rotate here. He knows there might be someone coming up those stairs. He did hear the rotate before, so we'll see. Looks like we have B walls being blown into Laundry. Some blind fires happening. Blue Slayer getting hit a little bit up on the bench. Health advantage still belongs to Valor. They've been getting this point held down very well. Crimson takes down Blue Slayer after getting hit a few times. Knows he's behind the counter now, though. And they capitalize on this. Kyle is taken down by Poop Nuke. Can Khaos capitalize on this health advantage? Oh, and Crimson aces this round. What a great ace. Firstly on the flank and then coming around, guarding the back. Well done by Crimson. That is Valor's first round on Hideout and maybe the start of a comeback. Khaos's momentum is interrupted. And it looks like their eco is also interrupted. We have some Arils and RCPs coming out on the Khaos side. They may have been a little overzealous with their eco. Meanwhile, on Valor, they're capitalizing on this, having 2 or 3 Vezins come out. Meanwhile, one of them on a Jesper save and one of them on an Omen. We may see an eco shift here if Valor can pull off this round. Looks like Khaos is going for all just meta pushes. We haven't really seen an off-meta push in this match yet. Maybe Valor has thought of that. We've got some trips coming out, maybe a static coming out exactly where they would plant. Crimson not on roam this time, just sitting outside point. He knows they're not going to go for that outside roam. So he's biding his time. We have an Incen coming out, sitting on the floor. Looks like we're going to foam that wall into B, into Jim. Drone coming in, Crimson taking it down very quickly. Another drone coming in. Crimson denying information from Khaos. They're going to have to go in blind now. Looks like B wall is being blown. Getting a great nade out there, trying to deny entry. Looks like we have 2 Khaos members trying to flank here. They don't know there's a door blocker, so they're gonna be denied a quick peek onto Crimson here. Argonaut getting some hits off on him. Argonaut getting some hits off on Poopnuke and getting him killed. Looks like we have a 2-2 push. Getting to B wall. Forbulus and Bronze just waiting outside this door blocker, not quite sure where this Valor player is. If they could go a little farther back, they could see Valor's feet, and they could just throw that nade at his feet. We'll see. We might see some info peaks happen here by Blue to just pinpoint where they are. Alpha has EMP stuck outside the point right now. Door blocker goes down. Let's see if... Oh! Oh no! That was a TK by Kyle on Crimson trying to shoot the enemy. What a blunder. Looks like this interior B wall is going to go down, but they are ready. Valor is ready with it. Orvis having an unfortunate nade. Shino having play space issue in the back. Looks like we have Shark the Cat trying to flank here. He has an Omen. He's being patient with it. Forbos getting a pick off on Kyle. Direct headshot. Looks like we're going for a plant. Shark the Cat trying to get a great peek off on here. They don't know he's on roam. But they do have most of these angles covered. Can he get this off? Shark the Cat knows where they are. He gets 1 kill off. A great play by Khaos here. Going for another meta push and then a rotate into an off-meta wall blow. This is last round, and it looks like the eco for both teams paid off here. Looks like we have a Valor player actually disconnect. Shino seems to have disconnected from the Valor side. But looks like we have Khaos celebrating their victory over here. The eco seems to have paid off. Not sure. Nah, there we are. Looks like they had Inaril and they've now bought a Marui. So Khaos is coming in here with their economy very strong right now. Valor's going to have to pick up the pace if they want to have a 2-4 rather than 5-1. We all know about the 5-1 curse here, but there's only so much you can do if they have such a lead on you. And it looks like Shino may not get back in time to buy a gun, leaving him at a disadvantage with a Knut, especially in this economy right now. All of the utils coming out. We've got 2 cloaks, we've got a drone, 2 drones in fact. And just an Incen and a grenade on the Valor side. Shark the Cat having a peek off. Alpha getting a pick. Crimson and Shark the Cat getting a pick on Bronze and Alpha, evening up the numbers here. Health advantage-wise. Crimson getting flashed, but still managed to get the kill off on Forbulus on a hatch drop. Now a 4v2 with Valor getting their econ back up again. We have another drone coming from Khaos trying to get some info. We'll see if it gets denied. He drops down to balcony. Crimson knows he's there. Just getting that info peek in. Trying to get a good nade off. Get a great nade and headshot off on Poopnuke. Now it is... Oh, great pick from Blue Slayer on the window here. We might see a clutch up. Shark the Cat is pretty low health. He could just get a body shot and he'd die. And Jim's getting the kill off on Blue Slayer, rounding out this half. We have Valor at 2 and Khaos at 4 right now, switching into defense. We'll see if Valor can pick up the slack here on offense. economy-wise, we have a Cyclone coming out from Poop Nuke, it looks like. Still full Spectrals for Valor. Looking at the scoreboard here, the scoreboard has been shaken up a bit with Valor Crimson going 11-5 now. And looks like the Chaos scoreboard has still stayed relatively even. Economy-wise, it looks like we're not going for a save on either team. We have Spectrals except for Cyclone coming out on Poop Nuke. Going for a meta push as well here. Formula is going for a great procs. He may run out of time here to get back. Valor going for a meta push, and it looks like Blue sitting upstairs trying to catch any Valor pushers off guard. Oh, with a nade coming down on Garage, getting some hits off on Shark. Not managing to get the kill. Jim's managing to get the procs down before he even sees it. The drone being invaluable to prevent them from getting that procs off. Looks like Jim's pushing straight back. Forbulus might pick up a kill here. Jim's preempts it, but Forbulus gets it off. That is a great numbers advantage for Chaos heading into pistol round. We have another drone coming out from Crimson here with the wall blown, getting some good info. Forbulus coming down the other stairs. Chaos not getting this drone down. Crimson doing some great evasion with the drone. Crimson getting a great pick off now. The numbers are evened up. Health advantage belongs to Valor right now. Looks like we're going to go for a plant. Argonaut getting the plant off. Crimson killing one hit. Two in connector. Knowing there's a third, Poop Nuke gets Crimson down. Kyle gets Crimson down. Now it's just the flank on Forbulus, and Valor gets this round. Evening it up to 4-3. Valor playing it really well there, even if they did play that meta push. Crimson, I know, has gone through these plays many times. They've been trying to get these really down, and it looks like they prevailed. Looks like we have some attachments being bought on Valor. Hero buy on a Marui coming out from Crimson. We might see one from Kyle. On the Chaos side, it looks like just pistols coming out, except for an RCP from Poop Nuke. Double drone on Valor. Valor uses their drones quite a bit, and it's something that we've seen in many of their league matches and in their scrims. They will use these drones, use them well, and not waste them on not moving and getting them shot immediately. They'll get their information. On the util side of things, it looks like we have no grenades coming out from Valor. Meanwhile, on Chaos, we have their 2 fragmentation grenades. They seem to really utilize these fragmentation grenades well to try to get their health down. Drone coming out from Jims. Flash coming out as well. Crimson getting Forbulus from the front door. Blue Slayer still staying hidden. Blue Slayer pushing up, getting killed by Crimson on an unlucky timing push here. Valor holding a 5-3 right now. Looking to open up this B wall. Successful meta garage push. Info peaks coming in. Crimson getting alpha. And Chaos having to back up towards the connector. Looks like we have a flank coming in from garage. Hal getting taken down by Poop Nuke. Poop Nuke taking down Shark as well. Crimson taking down Bronze. It's just Poop Nuke now. Poop Nuke taking down a third. And a great try from Poop Nuke here, getting taken down by Jims, but a 3K on a flank is great. Valor evening up the score here. And it's looking like Valor's economy has paid off. They can now all full buy if they want to. And get the util they so use. We have 2 drones coming out, a cloak, an incense, and a breaching foam as always. Chaos is going to have to play this economy very carefully. If they can get a kill off on Valor, they can get some good weaponry, but if they can't separate one of the Valor members, if they can catch them solo, they can get that weapon, but if they can't separate them out, they will most likely get refragged. Valor not going for a full buy here. Kyle opting to go for an Omen. Valor going for a hatch and balcony push here. Both teams going for meta pushes so far. Most likely evaluating their tryouts here and pushes they would know best. Looks like Kyle's going to go for a peek, but Formula's just barely missing it. Valor taking this somewhat slow here. Just sitting up on the window, getting a drone for information. Drone coming into point, but not getting taken down. Info peek from the drone. Now getting to see into the point, not seeing any gadgets, so they know they can come in. Wall getting blown here. Kyle still on hatch, watching for a flank. Looks like we have 3 and A, and Incen being used to block off the points that they can't come in. A great nade from Valor, taking down Bronze and almost Blue as well. Wall being blown, now they're peeking in. They know when that Incen goes down, they can go in and plant, getting that... doesn't take anyone off. Nade coming out. Looks like Khaos is taking this pretty slow. That defensive Incen from Valor here to keep them away from the plant. Valor getting a trade here. EMP getting planted. Shark getting a great peek on Blue. Alpha's now alone in the shower, having to take down 4 of these Valor players, and gets taken down by Jims with that Marui. And that would make Khaos' economy most likely in shambles for this map. We're seeing only 4 rifles come out on Khaos' side. Meanwhile, Valor can full buy, and pretty comfortably so. They're going to have enough money to buy rifles for everyone. They can buy all the gadgets they want. And it looks like they are. They have some grenades. They have some breaching foam. They have cloaks coming out. And even after that cloak debuff that they put out, Triangle Factory put out, cloaks are still being utilized in order to push up and get that good first shot. They aren't as useful as they were, but they can still be utilized by a good players to get in position and not let themselves be seen, especially through proxes. Cloaks will block off the proximity. It looks like we have a near full buy coming in from Khaos, saving a little bit. Not too much util, just 2 grenades seems to be a constant. A very long peek coming off from Valor. Nade coming from Khaos, managing to not get any hits here. Some wall bangs coming in from Valor, not getting any hits. Looks like we're going to try to blow the wall. Getting some wall bangs here. Valor watching that living room very carefully, missing the flank on the piano, but will he be able to come around? One's upstairs watching hatch, but no one's coming from hatch. Looks like Forbulus knows there's someone outside front door and can't quite get a peek on him. He wants to flank from garage, but Valor knows they did that last time, so they're watching it. Blue Slayer getting hit. Argonaut also taking some damage. Forbulus getting peeked. Taking down Shark the Cat. And Crimson taking out Forbulus as he tries to push in. 3 of the Valor players are up, and so are the Khaos players. Khaos getting another person taken down by Crimson outside that front door. Pushing in through garage now. Valor can pretty comfortably plant here if they can get inside that blown wall. One on both connector. Jim's getting a great peek off on Bronze. Looks like he's going to push. And Jim's finishing out the round here. Valor now going 6 and 4. A big turnaround from the beginning of the match. Going 4 and 2. Looking at the scoreboard here, it looks like the kills are very spread out on the Khaos side, but Crimson is definitely a front runner on the Valor side, getting 21 and 6. The only person who is positive other than Jims on the Valor side. Looking like on the bottom floor, we're going for another meta push. It's been working for both teams, so why stop now? With the util coming out, it looks like Shark is going to have an Incen. We might get both Incen spot. With Khaos, they are just buying as much as they can, just trying to get this round off so that they can have the util for next time. We have 2 proxes going down to let them know when they're coming in, but on a meta push like this, you almost don't need proximities. We have 2 Khaos players rotating on 3rd floor to try to catch the Valor players off guard. It might pay off. But Valor could also capitalize on this if they know they're outside. Drone pushing in, not catching Blue Slayer. Kyle getting a great pickoff on Forbulus. Shark getting hit by a grenade, but not killed. Getting stimmed immediately. Bronze getting a great pickoff on Argonaut upstairs. He might try to go for the Sken. Valor players down a member here, but so are Khaos. Shark looking to get an info peek here. Blue Slayer climbing up on that bench, trying to get a good peek. They know there is someone in there, but they don't know where. Looks like Bronze and Crimson might meet up on this top floor. Crimson getting a great peek off on Bronze. The numbers here are in Valor's favor. Crimson can get back to the other side. Poopnook getting a shot off on Jims. Holding that wall that's open now. Grenade coming in, pushing out to try to get away from it. Shark getting that great grenade off. Now just a 2v3. Shark setting off that proximity. They know there was someone inside. Blue going for the peek, but only getting a hit off on Shark. Now Shark knows there is someone there. Right now, Valor has a minute. They could very comfortably rotate if they want to, but it looks like they want to stick to this meta push. Crimson coming down with a cloak, hoping there's no one in A. Valor knows there might be someone up on that bench. They don't want to chance it here. They have 43 seconds. We have a Valor push, watching that bench, hoping there's no one up there. Looks like he's going to walk straight past, get killed by Blue Slayer, and Kyle gets killed by Blue Slayer as well. Crimson on a 1v2 here. Khaos could very easily... Oh, Crimson gets the kill off. Now it's just a 1v1. Crimson looking to plant towards the back of the point. Knowing that there is a member outside storage. Crimson seems like he's going to go for a peek here. Opening the window up, want to make them think he's outside. Crimson getting that peek off with a cloak, knowing he can wait. Crimson getting an unfortunate miss. Blue Slayer now knowing where he is. Blue Slayer getting a great kill off and clutching up this round. Khaos playing this really well. Now 6-5. This game could go either direction. I'm not sure if they have overtime on, but if they do, this could go in anyone's direction. Looks like we have buys coming out on both teams, knowing it's the last round. Poopnook unfortunately not able to afford a rifle, having to go for getting attachments for his teammates, along with Bronze here. 2 RCPs coming out. On the Valor side, looks like we have a full buy, so if Khaos can claim these guns, they can have a great pick. If either team can swing the numbers early, that could be a very good opportunity to claim this last round. Not too many defensive gadgets coming out. Now we see them getting placed down at the end. Shooting out the window, trying to get some early picks off. Looks like we have a roamer all the way downstairs. chilling in Wine Cellar, hoping to get a pick from any Valor members that come up, it seems. Both teams playing this pretty cautiously. The droner able to get that trip mine pinged along with static, knowing there's 3 people in A dropping off the roof. Looks like that roamer is starting to come up the stairs, maybe trying to catch these Valor players off guard. This wall is foamed. Khaos playing this very safe, staying behind cover here. Fortis getting picked off by Jims. Nade getting placed back in the corner. Nearly taking down 2 of these players. Putnu killed Jims with an Incend. Looks like the numbers are more even, and also the EMP has been dropped on the bottom floor. That downstairs roamer seems to have been killed, unfortunately. 4v3 in favor of Valor. Valor knows they can get this plant off if they can just get the one on the toilet down. Oh, the wallbang coming out from Shower. Fortunately not getting the kill off. Valor knows where one of those members are. They know there's a flank from B as well. Can Khaos get this off? Pupnu taking out Argonaut. Bronze taking out Kyle. And Pupnu taking out Shark. They're going to even this up. Khaos is playing this very well, especially from a team that finished top 12 versus a team that finished top 3. Khaos is playing exceptionally well. It looks like there may not be overtime here. It's like this map ends in a draw. Looking at the scoreboard, Valor still having Crimson leading very far ahead in KD. There is sorry, I misjudged. There is, in fact, a overtime coming out. Looks like Valor chose to be on offense rather than defense, making sense from their performance during the match. But their momentum was broken in that last round, so we'll see if they can hold this up. Both teams having an opportunity to full buy now, evening up the playing field here. Looking like we have some incense and smokes coming out from Valor. Holding down this meta push still. No off metas coming in this round. Looks like we're going to be hard holding these points, not seeing many roams coming out, other than maybe one from Bronze, hoping to catch someone off guard on the stairs. Blue Slayer is sitting up on that desk that they like to. Looks like Crimson's going to be droning. Bronze going for an early grenade, trying to catch that Foamer off guard, but getting unlucky with the timing. Khaos now knows that Valor wants to push this B site. Getting a great incend down on Shark. Crimson getting a droner, knowing where Blue is now. Blue not moving, knowing this peak is still pretty robust. He also can't quite leave now that they know he's there. Holding down this B point out. Valor's still not going for an off meta here. They are comfortable with this push. Health advantage still belongs to Khaos. Valor now knows that Blue is still there. Blue getting pushed and Argonaut taking him down. Numbers advantage swinging in Valor's favor. Khaos still choosing to pull down this point. Bronze getting a great kill through the wall. Jim's getting one as well. Jim's getting 2 kills through the wall breach, but then getting killed by Alpha. 2v2 now with with EMP being stuck as Garage gets flanked. Crimson now killing off Alpha, leaving only the hatch flanker, and Valor picks up Hideout. Looking at the scoreboard here, Crimson's still leading by quite a bit. Meanwhile, Khaos, their kills are very spread out. They played as a team very well, as did Valor. We shall see what happens in map 2. Looking at these teams, we definitely see that Crimson is the IGL. He's droning in. He is trying to direct his team, but he's also picking up the slack. When it comes to Khaos, they play very well as a team, spreading out these kills, spreading out, trying to get these points held down. We shall see what map 2 looks like. Looking at these two teams, when you're looking at them on the scoreboard, you see Khaos at 12th, maybe because of roster changes, and Valor at 3rd. You would think, you know, bronze team, not a bronze team, a gold team against a master team, you would think that outcome would already be decided, but looking at this scrim, they seem to be relatively even, at least on Hideout. It's an interesting matchup here. Looks like Valor is going to be staying on the Enforcer's side. Map 2 shaping up to be Factory. Looking at the stats for the teams for Factory, Khaos having 7 times they played Factory, winning 4. Meanwhile, on Valor, Valor seems to have Factory as their best map, according to VRML, having played 12 and won 7. Played 125 rounds and won 71 of them. We'll see how this pans out. Looks like Khaos dropping a member. Let's see when they come back. Looking at the tryouts here, it looks like Argonaut is holding up pretty well along with Zerjoff as Kyle Butler. Crimson just picking up the slack for his team. Looks like we are waiting on the 5th member for Khaos. Red is coming in for Valor, it seems. Who will they sub out? Red, recently becoming a member of Valor after trying out, has played pretty well throughout the season before being on Valor. We shall see how it turns out in the coming seasons. When it comes to Valor, looking at their interview, they like their placement. They want to get up higher. They're excited to see where they're going to go. And honestly, looking at the stats, if they can keep up their consistency and their improvement, they can cycle some members in, get some good ringers in. They could potentially get up to, you know, 2nd or 1st, getting ahead of their 3rd from this season. Along with Khaos, they've been playing very well, it looks like, in their matches. Placing 12th as a gold team is very good. And especially with the scrim performance, obviously scrims don't mean a ton when it comes to performance overall in games, but just with the team they're up against, even with 2 tryouts, Khaos play that very well, getting some good plays off, getting some good point holds off against Valor, a team who historically likes to take these meta pushes and has them down to a T. Still waiting on this 5th player from Khaos. Just got a message from the captains saying they're waiting on their 5th to get back on. Looks like they were having some technical difficulties, maybe with batteries. And it looks like at one of the last rounds, Jims switched in for Shino. Looks like they were having some scheduling issues. Looking at this next map, the points on Factory allow for a bit more even pushes for offense typically, and especially Valor running on Factory, we've seen in their past games and scrims that they've played Factory quite a bit, and they have some plays down to a science. Khaos, I haven't seen too many games from them, but from what I'm seeing on VRML, as well as just from talking to some members of the community, Khaos plays pretty well on Factory, and they're able to get their defense down pretty well. So we'll see how this works with Valor starting on offense. If Valor can't claim some rounds off of Khaos, this might put them in a bad spot like it did in the last map, having to go to overtime. Looking at the balance changes as of late, the Incens now can cover almost an entire point if you put down 2 of them, which incentivizes the teams quite a bit to have the incendiaries in their kit. I've been noticing with Valor playing in these past scrims as well as in their games, they've been utilizing these defensive Incense more than offensive. They're not going for kills with these Incense, they're more going to just block off points, point denial even, just to make it so that their opponents can't get the plant off and have to waste a good 15-20 seconds just waiting for the incense to go away. With Khaos, we even had the same thing, but with fragmentation grenades, which will do more damage in a burst, but they don't deny it too much. Looks like we are heading into the 3rd map here. We have Lazy subbing in for for Khaos. Lazy is one of the newer players on... Lazy's one of the newer players on Khaos, having only played in Season 3 so far, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe he is a prodigy. Some people just play the game quite a bit and don't get into the competitive scene until later. Looks like we have Spectrals coming out again from Valor, and the Cyclone coming out from Poopnuke again, with no util on Khaos trying to save their money up. Whereas on Valor, we have a drone coming up, we have 2 Incens, as has been the trend, as well as a Breaching Foam, dragging their econ down pretty low. Looks like Crimson is going to be droning in the upstairs roamer, trying to check this top floor. Jim's coming down with the drone. Looks like Valor is going for a standard storage push here on the meta. Khaos not putting anyone upstairs, not jeopardizing their econ. They do have a flanker who might get a surprise off here if he can get the peek on the office. Droner knows there's no one in storage now that he can let Kyle push in. Khaos holding down that B point pretty hard. Braun's getting a great kill with trips off on Shark the Cat. Argonaut leaning into the point, trying to get a pick. Kyle getting that wall foamed. Homer seems to be coming up behind. Valor none the wiser. Might get a pick off on Kyle Butler here. Braun's getting a pick on Kyle and on Argonaut before getting taken down by Jims. Khaos doing a very aggressive push here to get the kills off. Crimson backing up with a nade to try to cover his retreat. Crimson now facing a 1v3 on 38 health. Poopnuke and Lazy not much better off. But they know where EMP is, so they can play this very patiently. Crimson can't play this too slow, but he knows he can't play it very fast, or else he's going to get pushed by these 3. They aren't playing their numbers super heavily, so Crimson can get some individual peeks off. Crimson getting a great peek off and getting the EMP back. Looks like he's going for an A rotate here. Blue preempting that and sitting in A. Crimson can hear their footsteps, most likely. Crimson is getting in. Blue Slayer getting up just in time. Crimson fearing the climb, but Blue Slayer getting the shots off. If he was any lower, Crimson would have got that off. They are both at 1 health. Unfortunate problem. Valor's economy looking like they're going to be going for some SMGs here rather than trying to go for a save. Meanwhile, on the Chaos side, there's no hero buys coming in. We have just a Omen coming in and some Spectrals. Hoopno looking to stick with that Cyclone. Looks like Valor is going to be going for a hatch drop, or hatch push, rather. Double drone going to be coming out on Crimson, most likely. Pretty light util for Valor, and not seeing any incense coming out now. Now seeing an incense on Gyms, but only one. And 2 incense now coming out on Chaos and just 1 frag grenade, so it looks like they're switching up their strategy a little bit. Hatch being pushed here. Drone coming in. Getting some good information. Knows there's one in lockers now. Might check this back hallway. Knows there's one back hallway who runs away rather than letting Gyms peek him. Drone getting good information here, checking all of his corners. There's a hatch drop now. EMP is in the room below hatch. Looking like they're going to blow Cubby. Drone about to go down. Valor losing their information. Valor seemingly going for a split push here, having a few go to lockers and a few push A. Trying to split apart these Chaos members, pick them off 1 or 2 at a time. Crimson playing this very cautiously. We have a nade coming in. Wall being blown into A. And Cubby here. They know there's one in lockers, it seems. Bronze and Lazy watching lockers. Plant going off in Cubby. Valor, Gyms getting taken down to 4. Chaos getting some good hits off, but managing to let them get the EMP. They're in a very difficult position here now that Valor can go upstairs and watch it from hatch. Gyms at 4 could get peeked very easily, though, using that denial that's wasting about 20 seconds on the EMP that the players could otherwise use to defuse. Crimson slowly coming his way upstairs, trying to get the peek off, but not managing to stay hidden. Chaos in a very difficult position here, trying to cover the plant. They might get this off if they can cover this well enough. Poop Nuke getting Gyms. Oh, but Shark killing Lazy. Alpha killing Kyle. And Blue killing Shark, but not fast enough. Valor barely getting that plant off. Valor now able to afford a full buy if they want to, but it looks like they're pulling back on their economy just a little bit in order to make sure they can save some money. It's looking like we're not seeing any hero buys coming in from Chaos either, not wanting to have a repeat of some past rounds where they wrecked their economy either way. We have 4 rifles and 1 Omen coming out from Valor, so if Chaos can pick up a lucky kill, they can definitely get some good economy going. Looking like Valor is going to be going for a B push, maybe. Watching the upstairs and droning it as well. Looks like Chaos did not put anyone on the upper floor, not covering this hatch, but they are on stairs. An A push here with no Chaos members on it. Getting the drone down, but getting killed from the window. Once it's taken down. Valor in a good position here, with Chaos having to scramble to defend the point now rather than being set up. Alpha stuck outside a door blocker here with Lazy behind the bomb getting covered from wall bangs. Poop Nuke in the corner, getting covered in wall bangs as well. Looks like we have the wall about to be blown from A here. Valor still holding numbers advantage. Crimson is droning as well. Jims looks to be trying to come in from window. We have Blue Slayer holding down the war room in case they try to flank. That wall comes open. It looks like Jims is going to be shooting the door blocker out and covering the flank here. He knows there's one in war room now. Gets the kill off on Blue Slayer. Now we can get some good wall bangs off. He sees the one in the corner, gets Alpha as well. And Valor takes this at 2-1 now. Holding their economy down. Khaos is in a tough spot here. Valor holding down double drone as well as some grenades and incendiaries. Looks like Khaos is holding down some defensive gadgets, putting down door blockers and trip mines. Not seeing any incense come out still. These point denial incense have been going very well for Valor, holding down that EMP from roof and biding their time rather than aggressively pushing. Looks like we have some hero buys coming out on Khaos, opening up their econ here. They may have enough income if they win this to continue just buying, even if some of them die. Looks like Valor is going for the meta storage push again. Khaos letting them know by throwing a gun out under the door. And they're trading. Valor trying to capitalize off that, but the Khaos members not staying too close to the door. Braun's trying to hold this storage down. Meanwhile, if he stands up, he can get killed from this window. Valor trying to claim storage back from defense here. Getting some good info peeks. Looks like Argonaut holding the EMP and the angle on storage. Poop Nuke upstairs, maybe trying to get a flank off if he can manage it. Double trips may claim the victim again. Jam's getting killed by the trips yet again. Yet again, these trips have gone very well for Khaos. An unfortunate flash here on Valor's side. Poop Nuke seems to be coming down the stairs. No one is holding this flank right now except for Crimson. If Poop Nuke can get pretty lucky, he can take down Shark here. Crimson taking down Poop Nuke, but they're evening up the numbers here. 3v3, Lazy taking some damage but not getting taken down. Alpha getting hit by a grenade. Flashed now. Valor is in point. Crimson killing off Alpha, Lazy killing off Crimson, and Blue Slayer killing off Argonaut, evening up the numbers to a 2v1 in favor of Khaos. Can Kyle pull this off? Getting some info peeks in. Khaos knows where EMP is. Kyle trying to bait some shots out so that he can figure out where these Khaos players are. Khaos playing this nice and slow. They know that they have time. Kyle checking all of his corners before he does this fake plant here, trying to bait out the Khaos players. Kyle taking down one. Oh, and Khaos getting the clutch from Connector. Kyle, unfortunately, not able to pick up that round. Looking at the scoreboard here, Crimson is leading at 5-3. Looking like the kills are more even than last time, however. Khaos still holding a pretty even kill distribution. Looking like we have 4 rifles coming out, as well as an SMG on the Valor side. Seems to be maybe mirrored over on Khaos, other than they can't afford very many rifles right now. Their economy is still somewhat down from a couple rounds ago. For util, we have the double drone. We have flashes now coming out from Valor. It seems like they have some flash lineups on Factory that they didn't on Hideout. On the Chaos side, we're not seeing too much utility other than defensive with a static and a door blocker, as well as some proximities. Valor holding down these double drones as well as grenades and flashes with a single insert between all of them. Looks like we have a drone coming out from Crimson, pinging that proximity, knowing there's no one in this lobby that Jims can just come in. He knows there's 2 trips here now, so that the Valor members can't get killed by those trips. We'll see if he sees the one in Lockers. Lockers gets drones, getting some hits off, and now taking down the drone. Looking like the Chaos members are looking to hold down this A point rather than let them come in. Not seeing any util being used to keep them out yet. We have a flank coming in from Lockers on the Valor side. Braun's getting hit a few times, but not getting killed. Down to 11, getting stimmed by his teammate. The numbers are still even, but the health advantage is very close. Kyle getting kill off on Lazy. Crimson getting a kill off on Alpha here. Now on a 5-3, pushing through the smoke. James getting a kill off on Blue Slayer, and Putin getting kill off on Argonaut and Shark the Cat. The numbers are now 3-2. One coming through Connector. Braun's going to kill off on Kyle. The health advantage. Braun's going to kill off as well. Poop getting killed on Jims. Crimson is now alone, having to plant and getting killed from stairs. Oh, Crimson actually guarding from stairs, I'm sorry, and they were going for a defuse on EMP. Crimson, knowing he can hold this, going for a fake, but running around so that Crimson knows it's a fake. Crimson knowing they're pushing, playing Charm, and then not getting the kill off. Bronze doesn't have enough time for this defuse. Valor claiming the round, up 3-2. Valor playing that very smart, having Crimson stay back so he can watch the EMP. Sacrificing a few members in order to do so. Chaos's economy is not great right now. Valor looking like they can hold down pretty good state here, but they do only have an Aril for Crimson as well as Kyle rather than full Marui. Switching, actually, Jims is now switched to Shotgun on Kanut and Kyle on Aril. Meanwhile, we have 2 Maruis and a Vezin on Valor. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a full Vezin buy on Chaos here, trying to really get this last round squeezed out. Valor seemingly going for their same meta push, heading down the stairs towards A. Picking up all the util they can, double drones. We have some flashes and incense coming out, as well as a breaching film. Chaos looking very spread out on this play, trying to make sure that they don't get flanked from anywhere. Looks like a flash that went awry from Valor here. Argonaut getting a pick off on Poop Nuke. Looks like he was on the flank outside War Room. Lazy trying to pick up the refrag. Jim's getting a kill off on Blue Slayer outside that wall once it was blown. Valor going for a very quick push on this A point. Chaos getting some great line fires off. Argonaut getting a kill off on Bronze in War Room, looking like Chaos is going to be down a few members because of that War Room flank. And Valor pick up another one through this War Room. Hutch getting taken down by Crimson, but taking down Kyle as well. And Argonaut takes down Lazy, getting a 3K on the flank. playing that very well. The stats looking very spread out on Valor right now, as well as on Khaos. Switching sides here. Didn't automatically switch. Bug report on that. Sorry about that. Looks like we have the standard pistol round loadout here from both Valor and Khaos. Poopnuke holding down that Cyclone with a drone coming out as well as a grenade. Valor holding 2 Incens and their Spectrals. Looks like Khaos is going for another meta storage push here. Valor very spread out throughout Assembly and A. Not looking to go for any early peaks, it seems. Sending that drone out. Not managing to get too much information other than that there is someone in storage. Valor doing very good to deny the information from Khaos. Crimson getting a great pickoff on Poopnuke. Through the head. Lazy pushing through, trying to get the refrag, but Crimson backing up. Pushed. Lazy getting the kill off on Crimson, but Shark killing Lazy. The numbers are now evened up. Argonaut in Assembly. Looking like Hutch might catch him off guard, not managing to get the kill. Wall being blown. Valor's holding this pretty smart. Jim's getting hit a little bit, but not too much in that A. Loose there holding this angle down very well. Hutch getting killed with EMP on entry. The numbers here are not looking too good for Khaos. Valor can play this very slow if they want to. They know they're up 2 rounds, and they know where EMP is now. Proclaiming EMP. Blue Slayer is held back by a static. Bronze is in point now. And Argonaut getting the kill on both Bronze and Blue Slayer. Valor up 5-2 on Factory now. Looking at the score, kills still very spread out on both teams. Valor going for omens rather than buying rifles. Meanwhile, we have Khaos holding down some pistols and omens, just hoping to preserve their economy a little bit in order to be able to afford rifles if they win this round. If Valor can get this round off, they'll be in a very good position, holding down a 6-2 lead on Factory. Looking like we're going to go for another meta push, but only 1 on hatch rather than 2. Valor not sending any members out to peek this long hallway on Tetris, rather just waiting for this drone. Drone able to get some good information out of Valor through B and A. Jim's getting taken down by Poopnuke with an RCP from hatch, but losing EMP in the process and lockers. Valor not having too many people. Crimson getting an Incen kill off Poopnuke here because of the low health. Bronze killing Kyle Butler in the back of the point. Numbers here are 3-3 now. 2-3. Thanks to Shark killing Lazy. Valor now knows where EMP is. They can take their time. Looking like we're going and clearing corners. Crimson and Shark clearing corners to try to push this Khaos through back hallway. Shark getting a great pickoff on Hutch. Loose getting a great pickoff on Argonaut. Almost having a team kill incident there between Crimson and Shark. Crimson now knows where Shark knows where Blue Slayer is. Blue Slayer will have to push in order to even up this round. Not doing too well on health here. Blue Slayer has health advantage. So if he can push forward and get just some good hits off, maybe a blind fire or two, he can get this round. Crimson trying to bait out Blue Slayer with his charm. Looking like Blue Slayer wants to push into the point, maybe not realizing that the cubby wall is not blown. He's going to have to go all the way around. He has 15 seconds to kill both of them, and they can just wait. Getting peeked. And Shark finishes out the round with a kill on Blue Slayer. Valor holding a very good 6-2 over Khaos. Holding true to their stats on the website. On Valor, looking to see some defensive gadgets coming out. We see a door blocker and a static. Maybe some trips coming out as well. Only seeing 2 incens. Only seeing 1 incen, actually. Meanwhile, on the gun side of thing, we have an RCP and an Omen on the Valor side, rather than a full buy into a rifle. On the Khaos side, we have 2 rifles, and then we just have 2 RCPs and an Arill. See how this economy shakes out. Looking like Kyle and Shark the Cat are wanting to stay on their SMGs rather than buy into higher rifle. On this second floor push, Jims and Crimson trying to get an early peek off on that window, knowing there's someone upstairs. Argonaut waiting upstairs on the hatch, hoping to get a pick if they try to come in. Jim's getting a great kill off on Poop Nuke before he can get any peek in. And Crimson getting a pick off through the wall on Lazy. Through a corner. Valor holding down these points very well. Ron's holding a peek on the stairs, trying to make sure that he can deny them entry up to the top of the floor, not realizing that Argonaut is crouching through to watch that hatch. Hutch sneaking in through Museum. Valor's none the wiser currently. Having that cloak, they may be going for a B rotate. Having to rappel down that wall is rough. Argonaut getting a pick off on Blue Slayer. Now only a 2v2. EMP now dropped on top. Hutch opting to hit out the door blocker rather than shoot it out. Valor now knowing there's someone outside. Valor pushing out. Get the kill. Kyle getting the kill on Hutch. Is now a 1v5. Braun's getting a kill off on one of the roamers. Jims, but Argonaut getting the kill off on Bronze to finish out our factory map very quickly. The stat spread is much more even than Hideout, looking like Crimson still top fragging, however, not as dominantly as before. Bronze top fragging on the Chaos side. Very good map played between the two. Valor holding down these points very well on defense and running in very methodically on offense. This has been an interesting scrim for sure, looking at the stats. I believe they're going to do a third map, but I'm going to double check with the captains just in case. Looks like the teams will not be subbing anyone out, is what it seems like. Next map is going to be Arctic, with Khaos dropping a member. Again, seems like they will be starting on offense, however. 2 Khaos members dropping out. We may not get a third map from them. Another Valor member dropping, maybe a server change. Talking to the Valor captain, it sounds like they're just swapping some players out. So we will, in fact, get an Arctic map, a third map going in this scrim. Looking like Khaos is going to be swapping out both Poopnuke and Lazy. Poopnuke being one of the top fraggers on the last map. Valor seems to be subbing out one of their tryouts, Kyle, in order for putting in maybe another. Looks like they're going to be putting in a rostered member. We're going to have 4 rostered Valor members. Not sure who Khaos is going to be bringing in. Ice Beast looks to be coming in on the Valor side here. 4 rostered members, as well as the tryout Argonaut, who's been playing very well this scrim. Pretty consistently, either second fragging. Holding up to his reputation. Looking like another Valor member joined, having some confusion on who's going to be subbing in. Either Ice Beast or Red. Now 6 Valor members here and only 4 Khaos members. Looking like Ice Beast is going to be the odd one out. Still waiting on a 5th from Khaos on this Arctic map. Talking about the season that's going to be upcoming, I'm interested to see how the meta is going to shift based on the debuffs that are going to be coming most likely in the next few updates. As well as in the team shift, we've been seeing a lot of members leave top-tier teams or teams disband entirely. New teams being made, such as Yamtime, looking to shape up to be a very formidable team. We will see what happens with this next season. Are we in an IVI era, or will we see another upset? Getting some recreational time in between the teams, just getting some baskets in the hoop, apparently. overall, looking through this scrim, Khaos has been playing very well against Valor, holding down these points and holding down their score. They could be a formidable team for the next season, especially if they get some new tryouts in, maybe getting some new plays down. Both teams have been sticking to these meta pushes, not changing off, not trying to change off of what they're used to. Maybe only to see how their tryouts will work out. Looking like we may actually get a Valor member to sub in for Khaos. Ice Beast may be brought back in to play against his own team. Khaos may not have fifth to get on. Looking like the teams are going to be switching sides. Looking like we are going to be going into Arctic. Perhaps on a 4v5 if we do not get a response. Pivoting to looking at the team's performances during Season 3 on Arctic, it looks like Khaos has been playing relatively well in Arctic, actually, playing 4 times, winning 2 of them, claiming 21 rounds out of 40. A little over a 50% win rate on Arctic. Looking at Valor, they've claimed even more, however. Valor has played Arctic 10 times during Season 3, winning 7 of them. Playing 101 rounds and claiming 61. Actually a better round win percent than Factory, only beat out by their win rate on Skyscraper. Not seeing a 5th coming in for Khaos yet. May have to look into picking up a league sub for them if they can't find one. Both teams playing very well during the scrim. Scrims are... I was talking about this with Martini a few days ago, about how scrims are a very useful way to, 1, interact with the rest of the community, but 2, figure out new plays, try people out, and try out plays that you've seen around in the community. Looking like if there is not a 5th person coming in by 10, they may have to call the scrim. Makes sense, they're not going to play 3 maps if they don't have enough people. But, talking about scrims here, scrimming between different skill levels can be very, very useful for any team, especially teams like Khaos who aren't very high up on the roster, on the leaderboard. They can beat these other teams, or even if they are getting beaten by the other teams, they are able to interact with these higher level teams, maybe take some plays from them, maybe learn some things, and figure out, okay, playing against teams that are higher level like this, we can't do these pushes, or we can do these pushes because they aren't expecting it. Meanwhile, Valor, they get to get a glimpse into, all right, what's our competition going to look like next season, maybe? You know, looking at this is a team that could be up and coming, getting 12th the last season, improving over the off season, working on reaching out to the community as well, maybe trying to pick up some new members. Valor having a pretty extensive tryout list that they're trying to get up, along with Khaos maybe looking for some members, and it looks like the scrim is actually going to be called. So thank you for listening to this cast by me. I was Plague Doctor, looking into this scrim from Khaos and Valor. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This is Plague Doctor signing off.